Hey folks, what's up? It's Wednesday. I know it's a little bit weird, but look, a lot happened at San Diego Comic-Con. I was not there. I caught up on some things late just because life, but I'm excited by a lot of things that happened. Some really cool things, seeing people get their flowers and get the praise that they deserve for projects that they've already done or upcoming projects. There's a lot there, and I'm going to give you a little bit of stuff that actually hit me that made me feel good. So, oh, and yes, I am wearing a tank top because it is hot. It's tropical hot here in New Jersey. It's unnecessarily hot, but I understand that the world is off axis. We are just going to burn up soon anyway. But before we burn up, look, I'm cute, I'm hot, I'm beefcakey, I'm geeky, and something else that is huge, geeky, beefy, what have you, is San Diego Comic Con. Let's get into it. In my head, that whole introduction went way better, but it's been a long day of work, and yeah, I have some things to say. All right, you ready? Then, folks, once more to the breach. Let's go. Hey folks, what's up? It's Antonio Pomares, aka The Hungry Bleak, and welcome to The Hungry Bleak Show, presented by The Hungry Bleak channel. That was a lot of Hungry Bleak out there, and I don't know what to say. Hey, so it's Wednesday, the Wednesday after San Diego Comic-Con. A lot's going on, a lot of happenings, but I'm going to give you some stuff that made me go, oh, wow, this is cool, this is awesome. I'm excited for it, so let's just jump right into it. So we got the trailer for the comic shop. This is a season one. This was a Kickstarter. This was from Cheyenne the Geek, as most of you know. She created. She's the lead in the role in this series. It's like it's a workplace comedy. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to explain it. It'll be much better coming from the actual trailer that dropped at San Diego Comic-Con. That is an oh snap moment. So let's give a watch at the trailer for the comic shop. So I'm not going to put sound on because sometimes YouTube is weird, and actually, you know what, the hell with it. We're going to do it.
I'm Stephanie OKK, and I am one of the founders of OMG Comics. Smells like money. We've only been open for a few months, so, you know, we're still getting the hang of things. Ha! You missed! Am I okay? Am I bleeding?
We write in the blueprint of how we do it.
Nobody gets into the comic book industry because they want money. They get into it because they love comics.
Come on, that was pretty funny. I know you ain't talking.
Bro.
Where we going? We going
We are not lame. We are the best comic shop in all of LA.
to the comic shop.
I like to think that our uniqueness and our passion for comics are what's going to keep the people coming in. This is our calling.
Now, who's on sweeping duty?
Dang it! God, I'll go get the broom.
We going to the comic shop.
Stephanie, so you're running a zoo. Stephanie, so you don't clean your store like you don't clean your room. Stephanie, comic book shop. You'll soon be driving cab.
Going to the comic shop. Going to the comic shop.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you all right off the bat. Absolutely.
You've all been waiting a long time for.
No, I haven't been waiting a long time for that. Yes, actually, I have been waiting a long time for the comic shop. It was a Kickstarter, and it was like the little engine that grew into this huge juggernaut train, and now it's going to be a series on YouTube. This is incredible to have a geek-related workplace sitcom, like the kind of mockumentary, like in the style of Abbott, Parks and Rec, those series like that. To have that as a geek centric story, obviously, and also being created by a Black queer woman. There's a lot there, and it's all beautiful. I'm so excited for this. Because we don't have anything like this. I think we've had some that have tried, but or maybe kind of hinted at, but weren't truly there. This is a for us, by us, and it's beautiful. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people talking about, but we should have more people talking about this. I know that I definitely would love to talk to Cheyenne about this show. I think this is awesome, but to have your trailer drop at, San Diego Comic-Con, I want to say this San Diego Comic-Con might be bigger than New York Comic-Con, or they're kind of, because they're sibling cons. But San Diego Comic-Con is the like the one that started it all, truthfully. Everything. So to have your trailer drop there for a sitcom that you created, that you've written, and you have this incredible cast with you, if I was Cheyenne, my head would be like in the clouds, but my feet still planted firmly on the ground, because you still got to do that work and put it in. And it's amazing. Congratulations to Cheyenne, to everyone who is involved with the show. Congratulations to everyone who contributed as well with the Kickstarter, because it's, you play such a beautiful role in this. That's one of the things about Kickstarters that I love, is that you can bring something like this to life, and this can have such a huge effect on the culture and on everyone. Someone can see this and go, this looks cool. You know what? Like a little kid who doesn't know saying, hey, this is what I want to do. And now you have inspired the next generation to do this. And I want to see where this goes. Season 2, 3, 4. I want to see, like, at a certain point, there's like a rival shop, and there's like a prank war, maybe. I don't know, something like that. But I would love to see anything that comes up with this, because this is neat. That's awesome, and we're here for it. So yeah, that's awesome. Another thing that was really awesome is Ray Comics is partnering up with Massive Publishing. This is really cool. Ray Comics, obviously founded by incredible writer, creator, artist, TJ Sterling. They're going to be partnering with Massive Publishing. The company's called Massive Publishing. I'm not just saying Massive Publishing because it's Massive Publishing, although it is Massive Publishing. This is an opportunity for them to get more out into the on the shelves and other platforms. This is a really great step for them. Everyone involved with Ray Comics is a very great step for them, getting more of their books out there. This is one of those companies, again, for us, by us, and it has been here for a while. I remember meeting TJ. It was a while ago. Yeah, I think it was when Okima's first came out. I want to say. I remember meeting him. It was downstairs at the Schomburg show in that little room. If you've been to the Schomburg, you know which room I'm talking about. This is a little room, but it'll be packed with all this love and support for these creatives. And I remember talking to him about it, and I talked to him about the comic, and I didn't know a lot about it. I never met him. But I saw him over the corner. He had this booth. He had t-shirts up, comics, everything like that. So again, to go from that, you're doing your thing, you out here, that's you, that's all you, that's you, your blood, sweat, and tears. That brand is you. You are the brand. Sometimes there's no way to separate them. And now to be going and taking a step forward, your books are going to be out there more on shelves and all these stores and on other platforms, like hopefully, excuse me, have them on like Global Comics. Hopefully will be on some of the newer streaming platforms. Some of the newer digital platforms that are going to be coming out as well. You can still buy the comics, obviously, from raycomics.com, but this is a huge move and beautiful, and this is just something that will just be able to expand the influence and the notoriety of Ray Comics. So congratulations to TJ and everyone who was a part of Ray Comics. Well earned. I'll never say, hey, you deserve it. I'll say you earned it, because you did, and that's outstanding. Another thing that happened is in Yanu. Yanu is a great story from Unique Studios about a young girl in Africa who finds out that she's like the chosen one, and her being able to find these new abilities, and it's one of the beautiful stories from Unique Studios. And now it has become an animated series, which is great. And it's literally Saturday morning animated series, which is beautiful. Literally Saturday morning. Comes on 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I want to say, on Cartoon Network. Next day on Max. That was not a plug. I'm just letting you know, but it kind of was a plug. Well, the show has now spawned into, they've already been greenlit for season 2. Phenomenal. But they're also going to be getting a movie, which is Ianu, The Age of Wonders. And the movie is going to drop on August 30th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Cartoon Network. Next day on Max. Again, that's not a plug. I'm just letting you know. And I think that's incredible and beautiful. Again, another person who I met at the Schomburg the very first time. I was a part of a Kickstarter, I want to say, of his, and I found out, I was like, oh, great, cool. Went, saw him, it was great. I bought one of the first EXO t-shirts, and I think I have just about maybe all of the books from Unique, if not most of them. And this is beautiful. Again, to have a story about a young Black girl in Africa who is the chosen one as a comic, or graphic novel, I should say. Then to have it become a literally Saturday morning cartoon show, beautiful, on Cartoon Network. Also being able to stream it on Max, exquisite. Getting season 2, yes. Now having a movie, it's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. That's what it is. That's phenomenal. Okay. We need to be talking about this more. It's beautiful, great. More, Black media outlets start talking about. So let's start big up in this stuff. Yes, there are other things going on, but this is cool as hell. Okay. And this is important. I can't wait to watch this movie. First off, I want to rewatch season 1 of Ianu, and then I'm going to get down with the movie and have fun. And if it has undertones, obviously serious, more like mature undertones, obviously, but it also has that Saturday morning feel to it, but with more of a detailed story. We know when we were kids, Saturday morning cartoons, they were great, action packed, what have you, but it didn't have a lot of story. They didn't have a lot of drive, where Ianu has that story and that drive because of what it's based on and because of the people who are a part of it. Congratulations to all of you at Unique. Roy Okupe, again, just awesome. Congratulations to you. Congratulations to everyone at Unique Studios. Amazing work. Phenomenal job, y'all. Awesome. Also at San Diego Comic-Con, we know we usually have the Black Heroes Matter assemble, I guess you could say, at San Diego Comic-Con, and they have a picture that they take every year. Black Heroes Matter, which is from Darius of Jason Wise fame, also of Murian, I talked about a couple weeks ago. When that dropped, and I had to check that out because I absolutely loved what was going on there. I love the fact that there's this annual Black thing that we do at San Diego Comic-Con where we, for a day, and it becomes this big huge thing, and we're like, we're going to take over for a bit. And people who don't get to see each other all the time because they're all over the globe, they might see each other soon, maybe Skype calls or phone calls or text messages or FaceTime, what have you, and they get to be a part of this really cool event every year. Reconnecting, maybe networking, talking about what they got going on, sharing ideas, just this whole big conglomeration, if I may say that word, excuse me, folks, of cool, incredible Black creatives. And then they have this big picture with them, some wearing the Black Matters t-shirt, which I need a new one because I have one of the original ones and it's a bit old and I need a new one, so I'm going to buy a new one. But yes, this is beautiful. I just think it's a feel-good moment to see. It's a feel-good moment to see us there chilling, having a good time, and I love that. So that's an event all into itself. Black folks getting together, doing their thing. It's phenomenal. We love it. What else we love is, and forgive me if I mispronounce the name, but I absolutely love this creator. Pornzak Pichote is going to be on Absolute Green Arrow limited series. for DC. We all know the Absolute line right now. I actually just read Absolute Batman and Superman. I've also read Wonder Woman and The Flash. Phenomenal stuff. Absolutely. I love the new takes on these characters, just like I love the original Ultimate series. I love new Ultimate series as well. But to have a character like Green Arrow and for it to be Pornzak, who I absolutely love. Pornzak is a phenomenal writer. One of the only people to give me jump scares in a comic with Infidel. I still think about that comic, but also who gave us the incredible anthology kind of event, which was the Horizon event, where it was a bunch of one shots. Think of them almost like the pilot season that Image had once upon, or Top Cow. It was Top Cow, or I want to say it was Top Cow. Once Upon a Time, which is actually a line of Image comics, where they would do one of a comic, and if it really hit, then they would do maybe a mini series or a series or a graphic novel. One of the things that came out of pilot season was a comic called Genius, which is, I have to do a review of that, so that means I get to reread it, which is awesome. And the Event Horizon were these comics. Well, one was about they would take the archetypes of characters that you might know, what have you, and say, why wouldn't this character be this race or this or this? They had a Muslim John Constantine type character, which might be my favorite one. They had The Evil Dead, which I'm a huge fan of, for Black nerds, which was great. They had African. They have werewolves of African descent that were living in Florida, which was phenomenal. And that was Tana Reeves' due, I want to say, premiere in a comic. So that was her first time writing a comic. And it was just, yes, everything, yes. They had an Asian James Bond type archetype character. They had a lot going on there, which was great. So this is really cool. I love seeing anyone who I'm a fan of, their trajectory go up. Because this is something that will obviously going to get money, but also get his name out there even more, which is beautiful, all while still being a creator and doing his own original stuff as well, his own creator-owned item. So I love that when you can balance that, because the power is in creating your own characters, comics, whatever it is, creating your own. Get your name on those other comics as well. Obviously, if you can get it, do it. And writing a character like Green Arrow for the Absolute comic line through DC is incredible. So congratulations to Pornzak. I'm a fan. Geeked out a bit last year when I saw him at New York Comic Con. It was early in the morning, and I was like, hi, and I just talked to him for a bit, had a really great conversation, got him to sign a couple of comics for me. Awesome. And I really love that. Something else I love is Ignition Press. So this is going to be excuse me. This is a new publisher that's going to be, I think, making some waves, truthfully. And they had a panel at San Diego Comic-Con. And their panel was about, their first wave of creators and creatives, some of the books that they're going to be coming out with. And they've got some really top-notch names, obviously. I mean, like Cullen Bunn, who's one of my favorite writers, absolutely a fan of his. They've also got Kari Randolph, who is how I found out about Ignition, I want to say, by reading one of his IG posts. But to have a panel all your own at San Diego Comic-Con and talking about what's going to be coming up, and they've got all types of merch and everything. They've got t-shirts, my thing. They've got pins, which is my thing now. They've got t-shirts, all the stuff, everything like that. But these are some of the names, that they've got going on. Jeremy Hahn, Stephanie Williams, obviously, yes, absolutely, yes. I am a fan. I want to see what she does with her own, like, creator own thing. Yes, please. That one stoked me as well. Leah Williams, David Baldion, hope I'm pronouncing your name properly, just to name a couple of people. This is I love seeing publishers start out and be creative and seeing what they can do and flexing muscle. I'm absolutely a fan of that, especially when they have names that are just hitting on every single level possible. Like these are heavyweight names. Like you could just look at the murderer's row that they've got going on here, um, of creatives, and this is just to name a few of them. So absolutely yes. Um, I'm just I love seeing things like this, being on the ground floor, seeing what's new, what's out there. Yes, I will look at comics that have been there and are established, but I want to see what the next wave, what that next iteration will be. And I believe Ignition Press is going to be it. So I'm going to be waiting in the wings, seeing what they're coming up with. But absolutely, I am a fan already, and I'm going to see what they want to come up with. Also at San Diego Comic-Con, George Lucas made his first appearance there. I did not know that was his first appearance. I legitimately had no idea. First off, he was introduced by Queen Latifah. Be still my heart. R.I.P. to the Equalizer, unfortunately. Got to get a little one time for the one time. Yeah, so first off, he got introduced by Queen Latifah. That would have been enough where I would have came out and been like, hey, I ain't got nothing to say. Queen Latifah just introduced me. That might be one of my bucket list moments now, of having Queen Latifah give an intro for me, and I come on stage and I'm just like, I ain't got nothing to say. I just got introduced by Queen Latifah. I'm good for the rest of the day. That is definitely a bucket list. Hell, just having a conversation with Queen Latifah would be dope for me. But yeah, this was George Lucas, who was like, one of the godfathers of sci-fi and movies. Truthfully, he's one of like he arguably he could be on your Mount Rushmore. Whether you like Star Wars or not, there isn't an impact that it had and still has. And that was his first time at San Diego Comic-Con. That's wild to me. I want to say that the first San Diego Comic-Con was actually just like a group of people talking about Star Wars. I think I've read that. So for that to be like the seed, and then this is what it's come out, and that's his first time there. I'm happy for him. I think walking into the room had to be like, wow. He already knows. He's George Lucas. He knows. Wide array of movies, but Star Wars is that thing that captured our hearts and our minds, our bodies, our souls. People still walk around, as Jedi, as Sith Lords, as their favorite pilot, as Ewoks, as Wookiees. That's incredible to me. So congratulations to him on that. I know you probably, you really shouldn't be saying congratulations to him because he's got all this X, Y, and Z, what have you. But still, man, I yearn for the day when I can walk up on a New York Comic-Con or San Diego Comic-Con panel, have my name on that paper and everything, and be there. I yearn for that. That's definitely a dream and a goal that I hope to make true in the next couple of years. Who knows? But yeah, that's awesome, and I hope he felt like real, true, sincere love for that, and it was a cool experience for him. I really do hope it was. Also announced at San Diego Comic-Con, Coyote versus Acme is going to have a theatrical release on August 28th. So this is the movie that people have been talking about. This is one of the things that Warner Brothers said, yeah, we're not putting it out. Well, I believe the movie was even finished. Similar to Batgirl. It's finished, but they didn't want to put it out for some reason. Don't know why they didn't want to put it out. But they were like, no, we're not putting it out, what have you. Well, it's finally getting a release. I actually want to see this movie because I'm a fan of the Coyote, because such a ridiculous character and everything that he goes through. And I love the idea of him suing Acme, and it's like a courtroom comedy movie where it's going to be a mix of live action and animation. I want to see this just because it seems really goofy, funny, and silly to me, and I think we need a little bit of that. I think we need a little bit of goofy, silly, funny. So I'm glad this is finally getting a theatrical release after it's been I want to say a couple years since they had shelved and said, yeah, no, we're not putting that out there. I do want to see it. I do, because I'm goofy sometimes and I want to have fun, and I want this to just make people laugh and they just have a great time with it. I think that's awesome. So yes, I am here for Coyote versus Acme. Something else we got an announcement of is Aztec Batman Clash of Empires. This is a new animated movie, obviously from Warner Brothers. This is kind of based on, remember how there were, like, I want to say this is maybe like an Elsewhere story where there are Batmans all over the world, what have you. But instead of me talking about it, here's the trailer. No sound, obviously. This is the trailer for Aztec Batman Clash of Empires. So we can already tell. The only thing, I'll actually let it go. It's fine. I would love to see this being, the Aztec. I love when we get stories about civilizations that are not here anymore, like that have been eradicated, unfortunately, by colonizers, to say it politely, as Shuri would. But I love seeing those civilizations at their peak, at their prime, when they were powerful, and it was just beautiful to see. In this one, we're getting obviously a Batman has to have a story of revenge. Batman has to get revenge. That's that. Whenever there's a Batman that's looking for revenge for something. It's usually the death of a parent, a loved one, or such. Usually a parent. Martha, probably somebody's name. I don't know. But we see how this Batman is born. There's a saying that says there always has to be a Batman. But we're also going to be getting characters that we know, like Catwoman, obviously here. I'm guessing that's going to be like a Two-Face. Yep, Two-Face character, obviously. So we're going to be getting those like Joker-esque characters. We're going to be getting the characters that we know and love, but in the different forms. That's usually what the Elseworlds are. Elseworld stories are, we're getting the same characters, but just in different times, different places. Like there's a story where it was, what if Clark Kent landed in Gotham, and and Thomas and Martha Wayne had raised him instead of them having Bruce. There's a story where I think there's a story of what happened if, because they're basically like what if stories, but I think I actually like the Elsewhere stories better. This is actually going to be in English and Spanish as well, which I love. I think that's a very important part of it. So yeah, they're gonna have that. The only thing I don't really dig about this is the animation kind of throws me a little bit. Not even gonna lie. If you're looking at it, I'll bring it up again. It just, I don't know, something about the animation just, I don't know, it doesn't hit me as much. But I think that might be something that might be cool about it, because it's giving you it, just because it's a bit of a different animation style. So I think that might be maybe the pull of it, maybe the lore. I don't know. I want to watch it, give it a shot, obviously. If it really isn't good, I'm just not going to finish watching it. But this is cool. I love DC animation. Has always been like top notch when it comes to their movies. They've got this heavy hitter list of movies, this murderer's row of movies. So this will be added to that. I hope they do more Elseworld stuff. I hope they do something for the Dark Knights of Steel maxi series, which they had, which was medieval, but it was for a year. And there's a couple of spinoffs that are coming out too. There's one for Green Lantern. There was one for Deathstroke. I'm a Deathstroke fan, despite the character being a horrible person. But I'm excited for those. So yeah, that's going to be coming out soon. But that was a trailer for it, Clash of Empires. We also have Star Trek fans. We got a Starfleet Academy teaser. I know it's been a long time. We were supposed to get a Starfleet Academy years ago, a long time ago. But we're going to be getting it now. This is going to be on Paramount. They hinted at a lot of things. They hinted there was a nod, especially I know for Ben Sisko. which actually, when TBA News comes back, I'm going to have to talk to Robert about that. We're probably going to have a really sit-down episode to talk about that, because I know, obviously, Deep Space Nine and Discovery are my two favorite Star Trek series. Deep Space Nine was like a Western. I loved it. And I love the character of Sisko. As black man in space, a widower who is raising his son on this wild as hell space station, Deep Space Nine. Excuse me. Dealing with the Gamma Quadrant and also being seen as the emissary. There's a lot there. So Star Trek has deep lore, similar also to, like I said, Star Wars. They've always had this rivaling thing, but they're both beautiful in very different ways. So to continue the recent, within the last 6-7 years, maybe about that. Actually, no longer than I want to say, of Star Trek coming back and have these new shows and really hitting a spot, being able to be streaming them as well. We've had Discovery, we've had Picard, we have Brave New Worlds now, and then we had Lower Decks, which was the animated series, and now this. It's great to see that the traditions keep going, and hopefully we will always have a Star Trek series, a new Star Trek series on somewhere at some time. So very happy about that. I know Robert would have so much more to say about that. The new animated series for Avatar. This is Avatar 7 Heavens. This is going to be about the new Avatar who was an earthbender, and this takes place after the age of Korra, the Legend of Korra. I have to rewatch and finish Korra, because I know Korra got a lot of hate for a lot of reasons. Actually, for probably inane reasons. But I think after Aang, anyone that they put probably was going to get hate, because Aang was just such a lovable character and trying so much, and you felt so much of his pain. And that first series was just incredible to see and be a part of. So as we get older, sometimes we go, it wasn't that bad. It was actually good, the storytelling, and when we start seeing little subtle nuances. I want to see where this goes. So I'll rewatch The Last Avatar happily. I will rewatch Legend of Korra, rewatch and finish, I should say, Legend of Korra, which absolutely I will, because I'm an Avatar fan. Last Airbender, not the blue ones. Let's table that conversation, please. So I'm excited about this new series. This comes off the back of, we have the live action series on Netflix. There's going to be, I believe there's going to be something else coming out as well for them, but I'm not sure where it's going to be coming out. Because I want to say I saw something about Steve Ewan being a part of an Avatar project. I'd have to look at it to make sure, but I want to say that I'm excited. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's make us all feel good. Another one is Battle Beast gameplay for Invincible Versus, which is a fighting game dealing in the Invincible universe, obviously with the huge popularity and well-deserved of the animated series on Prime Video, and the incredible comic that had me floored, Invincible from Skybound Entertainment, from Robert Kirkman. We're getting a fighting game. I'm a huge fan of Battle Beast. Obviously, Battle Beast has a limited series out now. I think it's a limited series. I'm not sure. It's incredible. Absolutely love it. It gives more of a backstory on one of the most popular characters in the series, being Battle Beast, and what. I'm not sure when it actually takes place, which is also another. I want to say it takes place before he even meets any of the characters from that world, from the Invincible universe. I absolutely love this comic. So to see a fighting game with him would be great. I've seen some of it. I'm not really impressed with it, which is odd to say because I've never made a video game in my damn life. But I'm not necessarily into it. I don't know. Fighting games are, video games in general, I should say, are, if you're going to take a beloved property like this, the game, excuse me, folks, it's been a very long day and my shoulders are out. The game has to be top notch. and this one just doesn't. It's not grabbing me yet. Again, I'm a fan of the characters. I'm a fan of this comic. It's one of my top comics. Probably, I think it's still one of my top 3 comics. But it just isn't there yet. But see the finished product, see what's going on. But I'm glad that Battle Beast is in there because he is awesome. Next up, we have the Mighty Nine. This is from, I want to say this is going to be on Prime Video. I want to say this is actually a part of the Vox Machina universe. I want to say. Let's see what we've got right here with this trailer for it, or teaser, I should say. Let's go.
Told you, officer, we were just passing through. We paused for some entertainment.
And leaving trails of bodies is entertainment for you, sicko.
You got nothing on me. I didn't even have a weapon. Unless you count these pythons.
You guys, this is just like a true crime novel. 2 hot-headed dicks cranking up the pressure on the perp until she breaks. Ooh, which one of you is the bad cop?
I take this seriously, miss.
BT Dubs, your handcuffs are super janky. The ones Mama uses are so much harder to get out of. And fluffier.
This is profiling, you racist assholes! Well, maybe not you, big boy.
The goblin and the hobo? No fucking way. I work alone.
I swear, their bodies changed.
Ich weiß von nichts. Why would I turn the audience into reptiles? They pay my salary.
Technically, you should give us a reward. Maybe a parade.
Wanna give me a cavity cinch? Make sure I'm not hiding anything?
Shut up! We didn't find any reptile corpses, and a dozen witnesses saw you blow open the hole so the creature escaped. You're clearly some kind of criminal gang. Now give me a name for the booking sheet.
Our name?
Fuck off.
Keiner von uns ist ein Teil einer Gang.
Oh yeah, we are called the Sensual Seven.
There's only 6 of you.
Don't forget the Traveler.
Yeah, so this is going to be ridiculous, obviously. Yeah, as a fan of, I think if you're a fan of, excuse me, of Vox Machina, which I am, I'm a huge fan of that series. I absolutely love it. I might actually, after watching this trailer, I actually want to go rewatch it. I do want to watch this. I know this is based off of a comic, I want to say as well. I want to say it's part of the Vox Machina world. I need to, if it is, I need to read it because I haven't read any Vox Machina comics. But this is a great opportunity for me to try and get into that series because I love the anime series is so good with its incredible animation, storytelling, has a really, the characters you get to really dive deep into who they are and you get to mine who each of them are, which I love. You also get to find out more about who they are as a person, why they are the way they are, and they actually develop. And they have these arcs, which are incredible, and they all come together. The arcs all will come together in the best way possible for storytelling. It also has some of the best humor because I like somewhat dark, mature humor. If you've ever been around me, and I know you, especially if you dated me, first off, I apologize because I was probably a jerk in my younger years, but you know that I love that darker humor. Especially when it has vulgarity in it. I honestly do. Which I try to refrain from on this show, but with something like that, I kind of figured that was going to happen. So I apologize if your sensibilities are offended, let's say, by that. But go watch Vox Machina. It's incredible. So I'm excited to see this. And these are characters that I don't know. And I like being introduced to characters I don't know, getting a new sense of a world, getting a new feeling. I love that type of vibe. So I'm here for that, yes. So that should be cool. We also got a teaser for Percy Jackson and the Olympians Season 2. I love these movies. I saw both the movies. I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen the series yet. I keep forgetting it's there because every 5 seconds something new came out. During this show, at least 10 new series, 5 movies, and 20 comics, and probably 11 novels have come out, and probably about 1,000 more podcasts. Good God, we're doomed. And our president's probably said something ridiculous as well. Keep him away from any button. Seriously. So it's hard. So I have a couple of days with a lighter workload. And we will be ending this season of the show soon. I'll be taking a break for a few weeks. So I'll have a chance to catch up on some comics, some movies, some TV shows, anime, obviously, and novels, because I've got some audio books in my phone. Did my phone just vibrate because I shook it? Naughty. Don't vibrate when I shake you. Watch so. Anyway, the mask is slipping. So yeah, I'm excited to watch as well this series. Like I said, I want to check out season 1, and that'll be a lot of fun for me. So yeah, so that's everything that I really got to check out from San Diego Comic-Con, and what hit me and made me feel good. And what was making the people around me feel good as well, because they were like, "Oh, I'm excited about this. I'm excited about that." And like, you know what? Let me talk about this. Let me talk about this. So to end the show, the Black perspective. The Bleak perspective, but I am Black, so it is a Black perspective as well. But what I want to say is support Black indie media outlets, whether it is a podcast, whether it is a YouTube show, whether it is influencer. Well, no, not influencers, but people who are trying to talk about your stuff. Whether it is your movie, whether it is your series, whether it is your comic, your novel, whatever it is, support us, celebrate us. Whether it is sharing our links, whether it is talking about the show, whether it is listening to it, whatever it is, whether it's watching it, whether it is commenting and saying, "Hey, I like that segment on X, Y, and Z." Let us know. Tell us. Support us. Let us see it there. There are a lot of us out here trying to do the thing. And yes, there are some bad faith actors who are just out here to try and get their face more known. But there are a lot of us who are just trying to be like, "Hey, this movie is great. This TV show is great. I heard this is coming out. This book was phenomenal. Let me tell you something. I hope they do a sequel. Oh my God, there is a sequel. I got to meet this person and talk to them about this, that, and the third." Whether they're reviewing your book, whether they're spotlighting it, whether they are interviewing you, whatever it is, support us, because we want to talk about you and what you're doing so other people know about it, because they should, because your product is awesome. And we want to see you not just survive, but thrive and actually make an incredible living on the thing that you're doing that you love. You'll never work a day in your life if you do what you love. So support us. Let us know that you're digging what we're doing, that you're enjoying our vibe. There are, yes, like I said, there are bad faith actors out there who are just trying to clout chase and sensationalize. But then there are a lot of us out here who are legitimately like, "This was good. Let me tell you why." That will interview people and actually have fun with the interview and talk to them, and they'll make it more about the person they're interviewing than about themselves. Support them. At one time, y'all kept sharing stuff from, what is it? We Got This Covered. Y'all would share more of that nonsense, drivel, and buffoonery than you would legit places who were talking about Black books, Black comics, Black shops, Black whatever. You made them go viral, and they hadn't, even when we knew they were BS, you were still sharing their stuff and they were going viral. Meanwhile, people are out here trying to legitimately talk about stuff that's cool out here, that's great, that they think needs to be known. These creators out here that are doing the thing and are phenomenal with it, and y'all wasn't giving them the time of day. Am I my people's keeper? Yes, I am. There are out there, well, oh my God, am I Yoda? There are shows out there, creatives out there, what have you, that are legitimately talking about your stuff, that are original, that are diving into indie because they want to talk about indie. They want to see you do cool things. They want to see your original characters and property go out there and do the damn thing and be credible, amazing. They want more people to know about you. They want that. And they want to be seen as legitimate by doing it, saying, yeah, I talk about this because I love it. I like it. When you see something like blacksci-fi.com, you support it. You go on that site, you check it out because there's so much great stuff going on there. When you see Moana Nui, hope I'm pronouncing Nui right, Nui podcast, which has a group of Black hosts on there. They're talking about everything from geek stuff. They're talking about sports, movies, TV, what have you. They're having like press. They're in like the press junkets, everything at cons down south. You have that there. You have, not to say, you have Black girl nerds that are out there doing the thing. I mean, not to say, but you have TBA News and the Hungry Bleak out here doing it. That's just a few of us. And there are more. I'd love to do like just a lot of crossovers with them. Honestly, I really would love to do that because I know that there are some incredibly brilliant, beautiful, funny, smart, educated, willing to have fun minds out there that want to talk about this stuff. But we need y'all. Like, y'all want to know about this, that, and the third. Like, y'all want us to talk about your books and everything, what have you. Talk about us. Spread the love about us. Let people know I'm doing this. This cat is out here to talk about this. And not just when it's your book or your product. Share, because we're all part of the same community and we all want the same thing, for the community to be here, to thrive, to have sustainability, and to have that structure. We all want that. So don't just talk about us because whatever you've created is on that particular episode. Talk about us when your stuff isn't on there. Just so people know, oh, it's legit. Yeah, they're talking about this and they didn't have anything to do with that episode. Do that. It's all about reciprocating that energy. Keeping that energy in the community, in the culture, in the vibe. Remember, we are inevitable. We are inevitable. And on that note, folks, I'm going to say thank you so very much. I hope you have all enjoyed this special edition show, since I didn't do a show Friday. This Friday, I have a show coming up, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, obviously on the Hungry Bleak channel. And I will have a special guest up. I will be giving you details about that a little later this evening. Actually, man, what time is it? Maybe not this evening. But I'm going to be having a guest. We're going to be talking about Immortal Dark, which is one of my favorite comics. Comic/anime. Excuse me, comic/manga, which I absolutely love. I'm going to have the creator of that on here as well. Then next week, on Friday, I'm going to have, I'm trying to remember I have like 3 guests in a row, which is, again, not me, but I love it. Yeah, I'm going to have an episode which is kind of like a crossover with Black Sci-Fi. I'm going to be doing an interview for them for Power Pro Lucha. I hope I'm pronouncing the name properly. There's so many really cool wrestling organizations out there, and I love wrestling. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell, honestly. Yeah, it's Power Pro Lucha. I'm gonna have the creator, booker, promoter of that, which is awesome to me, very fun. And then after that episode, I'm going to have Jason Reeves and Robert Jeffrey on to talk about the 133. I don't know why I keep saying 133. I think it's just the way I say numbers in my head. Art Kickstarter for One Nation Arc 1 Omnibus, which is awesome and amazing and so cool. So yeah, that's what's coming up in the next few weeks. So stay tuned. Once again, thank you, Black women. Just because y'all here, y'all beautiful. Shout out to Black women who have plants. Shout out to Black women who have plants all over, just just plants. Y'all just be, that's a vibe right there. That's a, oh Jesus, that's a vibe right there. No shoulder action for you there. Yeah. So anyway, that's the show. Everyone have a very good evening. Enjoy the rest of it. Remember, keep turning your pages because your story is not over yet. All right. And F Trump. I'll see y'all Friday. Peace.